Hey guys, I don't know if you can tell if my voice maybe seems extra crispy.
You're in the studio.
We're in the studio. Woo!
Let's go.
Wow. All right, we're all here. We told you with the new schedule that we will more frequently all be on the episode, and I will more frequently be in the studio, especially on Sundays. So here we are. We're ready to go. We have a special guest. Green came with me.
Hello.
It's an incredible episode.
Incredible.
It's really great.
It might be the best episode since 2020, when like peak COVID.
I agree.
When they were making us force us to take the vaccination.
We got to come in more. That's what it
D's
comes down
MAGA.
to. Yeah.
D's basically Tucker Carlson, Ben Shapiro. Name it.
We're going to learn Anand's nickname too.
Yeah.
Anand has a nickname in his group chat, like his actual group chat with his friends. And as we speak, his phone is blowing up. He's getting roasted, but he has a nickname that we didn't know about. I didn't know about.
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Corinne?
That we need to come in more. Because I know you do.
You need to come in.
I agree.
Wednesday. Are you coming in Wednesday? Can you commit?
Yeah.
It's just
You don't even know. You didn't even look at anything.
Wow. Committed.
Look at this.
1 p.m.
This is
Wednesday.
really, I'm having so much fun. It's kind of overwhelming.
It is fun.
Yeah.
And
It
I
is
really
fun.
like talking into this mic.
So it is fun, and this is a great thing. Not that, I mean, there is some great news stories today, but like just, when we're all together chatting, it's just better. So, we covered some good news stories, but really we just had a fun conversation. So here we go. Make sure you give us some feedback. Let us know what you think about the in-studio vibes.
Yeah, GPT these notes.
Cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, group chat.
Cash.
It's $1 trillion. Hot.
All right, rolling video, rolling audio. All three gentlemen in the studio. Good to go.
Let's go, Ari.
That's a good intro, all right.
Whoa.
Wow.
That was really
I mean,
powerful.
if you give me that response every time, I might come in a little more.
I will give it to you every single time.
You promise?
Promise.
At least for
Until
the next,
August
like,
when I
2
leave.
months. Yeah.
2 more months. There's a lot of heat about your you're going to school.
Yeah, they don't like it.
What was the feedback? Because we kind of ripped into him a little bit.
Yeah, Cat, these things. He's a loser.
Really?
So
Yeah.
my sister-in-law, who listens to the pod,
Yep.
And
She's
it's
a
just
lawyer,
funny.
right?
she's a lawyer.
Yep.
At a big law firm.
Big law firm, partner, very successful.
She said, what the hell is this guy thinking?
Correct.
Because
She's like, the math doesn't make sense.
to go to law school or public defender.
public defender.
Yeah. It's the public.
All right, have you thought about changing your mind?
I'm definitely going to do law, but we'll see.
He's going
what
to be
happens.
a personal
But that's pretty
injury.
broad.
I will
attorney.
not
My
be
sister's gonna
a
be
personal
like,
injury.
Call Ari.
No,
No.
but my sister-in-law even went
I
as-
get you out to prison.
No, my sister-in-law
That's
went
good
as
money
far
in
as
that.
saying, like, can you please have him reach out to me so I can explain the economics of his decision?
Yeah.
I would love to reach out to her and hear her out.
Forget it. I just have her come on and
Yeah, she can
explain
come on
it.
anytime.
Oh, yeah,
That would be
she should
good.
do a little 5-minute segment about why.
He's gonna be a personal injury attorney. I already got it. Call Ari and we put you in a Ferrari.
Yo. Marketing campaign done.
I don't know about
would you
that.
say you've second guessed it a little bit since your
No,
last-
not at all.
Once he sees the bill for law school, he's gonna be personal injury. It's a wrap.
I disagree.
You're gonna be an ambulance chaser.
Can we also...
I'll go with you. I'm curious how it goes down.
And then just donate money to
chase
charity.
accidents. I'll do
that'd
it
be
with
fun.
you.
That'd be fun.
Uber driver gets an accident.
yeah, you'll make a fortune.
Yeah.
And then you can advertise on the podcast.
I do
That's what
not
I'm
want to
saying.
be
Call
the...
Ari,
Just
put you in a
donate to
Ferrari.
charity.
I don't like the bus bench crowd. That's not my thing.
It's not your thing until you see what type of money
You know what
fucking
the
that
thing
guy's
is?
making.
If I was you, I would be a personal injury attorney to make all the money, so you can just donate it and
do
help
charity.
help the helpless.
Yeah.
I'll do philanthropy
How about this?
eventually.
But if you're
Personal
doing public
injury.
defending, there's no philanthropy. You're gonna be
for a
homeless.
few years, I want to do my civic duty.
This is what you should do. Personal injury attorney, make a bunch of money, and then just pay for people's education to become public defenders.
Yeah.
So you can say, I created 10 public defenders.
Yes.
Here I am in my Ferrari. By
A
the way,
scholarship.
if anyone's been injured.
A
yeah.
white Ferrari, Ari with his hair blowing in the air.
Yes.
Courtside Lakers games.
He's got a babe.
Got a babe. License plate is West Wing.
He's got West Wing in the car because he's just so rich. It doesn't
Yeah.
even matter.
Just a monitor.
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
exactly. There
And just
you
like
go.
that, we figured it out. So new career path for Ari.
We'll
Yes.
see. Let's finish the bachelor's degree and then I'll touch base with you guys
Yeah, you got a while.
Yeah, yeah.
I got a year.
You got a long time to figure it out.
We got Drama's girlfriend here too.
Green's here. She has a mic. She's a little scared.
What
but
are you writing down? I'm a little nervous. I don't like anything written down.
There's a
It's
big
just like
notepad.
That's all she does.
I
goes
don't,
and
I
hangs
don't
out
want to
with
be
people.
like, I'm making fun of people. I don't want to ever be in writing.
There's going
What
to be
are
a
the
post
notes?
tonight that's going to
I've
be
never
like,
been called out. I've been
there's
doing
going to be a
this.
post
I've
on
been
her
doing this
Instagram.
quietly, and no one's pointed it out until this moment.
Yep.
I don't like notepads either.
There's going to be a post on her Instagram that says like Ari White Ferrari for public defending.
So far, I have.
What do you got so far?
Group chat.
Okay.
Okay.
I love his calm. Who's calm?
Chris.
Okay.
Okay.
That's really romantic.
I love his calm energy.
Oh yeah, he's
Okay.
got calm energy.
Who tells the truth?
Who tells you the truth?
Who tells you
Why?
the truth?
Oh, because we were telling Ari the truth?
I don't know where that one came from. I just popped in my. Sometimes a thought just pops in my head and I write it.
Okay.
And I'm like, that would be a good winner's post.
Oh yeah.
Can Ari be posted on winners?
Yeah. Tag Ari.
Is it possible?
They might be losers then.
Oh my god! Okay, yeah, I can't wait to see her notebook after this. Is going to be good.
Yeah, we have a lot
Okay.
to talk about.
I
So
know.
It's going to loosely be based around what we talk about, but very loosely.
So can you come up with the title for this pod for us? Just keep on
Yeah,
jotting
but it'll
stuff
be like
down.
a winner's post. It'll literally be like, "Who tells you the truth?" And
I
it'll be
like
titled
that.
on
That's
it.
great. That's a good one.
Yeah.
who
Oh my
tells
God, I
you the
love
truth?
that.
You can't handle the
We
truth.
might already got the title. Who tells you the truth?
That's
That's
true.
fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
true.
that is good.
Brought
That
to you
is a
by
good.
winners.
That is a good title.
Ari, we're telling you the
Ooh,
truth.
Winners Club.
Here's an interesting one.
Well,
In our
hold
group
on. We
chat-
didn't
hold
even
on,
say,
hold on.
We didn't even say that drama's in person.
Oh yeah,
Well,
drama's
we're
in
here, but
person.
Ari came in so hot. I think we should
You-
use that. We should
By the way, you could just tell the energy is just so much better when
It
you're in
is.
person.
And I gotta be honest, I'm
I
having
mean,
a blast.
yeah.
It's good to see my boys.
Yeah, it's just way better.
Yeah.
The interesting thing on the way here in our group chat with our friends, in our group chat, Anand is called woke Anand.
That's
Amongst
good.
our friends,
That's good.
he's basically Dylan Mulvaney.
Wait, what does that mean?
That's funny. That's funny.
Just being honest.
Yeah. I love it.
Okay,
I love it.
it's not a diss.
Yeah,
It's just
I'm-
what it
yeah,
is.
I'm purposely not.
Yeah.
I get it.
Trying
I
to
get it.
engage
I
you. You don't
get
want to get
it.
canceled.
Okay.
We're on the line.
So, Anand, basically, there's an article that came out. I forgot it. Was it LA Times? I
Which
forgot where it
one?
was.
Mhm.
Basically saying, or LAist, saying plant-based, like beyond and impossible, have
Unhealthy.
backfired. Didn't work.
Yeah.
And Anand used to torture, particularly Brian over at Hwood,
Yep.
that they need more impossible, more
Yeah.
beyond, more this, more that.
Yeah.
And,
Which seems so right at the time.
and look, conceptually it made sense.
But now it just plays into the woke on and
yeah,
stereotype.
woke Anand was wrong. It was wrong.
Is that what they were they talking about that in the group chat on the
Yeah,
way?
because-
No, the point was I admitted that those aren't good options.
The
And-
actual veggies burger is fine because it's actually veggies,
So
but Impossible is not good.
For
Yeah,
our listener, is that because they're not healthy?
Yeah,
they're not healthy.
Yeah.
They just
and they taste it just has a very distinct taste.
so I'm okay with being an evolving thinker. That's what I pride myself on.
Yes, that's a great
So you love
quality.
Tucker.
I don't know what that has to do with Tucker, but I like to evolve my
I like it.
my thinking.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, if I liked Beyond 3 years ago and Impossible,
Yeah.
and I don't like it now,
Yeah.
is it okay for me to say that? Because everyone wanted to like torch me,
So now you're being
woke
attacked.
Anand.
woke on, and basically just admitted like, hey, I don't really like Beyond and Impossible anymore.
Yeah.
But you were torturing Brian on the menu options back in the day.
I was,
Yeah.
and now I'm saying, just get normal like bean burger patties.
But now they get their revenge. I mean, it's only
Now
right.
they're all just torturing me.
Yeah, they're
like
gonna-
the last 20 minutes have been brutal.
Yeah.
And
I'm okay with
what sparked it?
that article because it
Uh-oh.
shared that it was sharing that those plant-based look, unfortunately, we've been lifelong vegetarians.
Yeah.
Life. Veggies are pussies.
So you're calling yourself pussy?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it just doesn't work.
Okay.
It doesn't work for most of America.
Okay.
And so forcing it on, think about it like
Oh,
this.
yeah, I get it.
McDonald's
was
has
trying to see
no
what you were-
fucking veggie options. Zero. You know
No,
why?
no, that's America.
Yeah, America's like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah. They tried, right?
They tried a McPlant burger in Canada.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
God.
done.
Talk about like burying it.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But
What do you got, Kareen?
Korean.
Nothing. I'm
Kareem's
just
writing
listening.
something.
No, I'm just listening.
But
It's-
isn't it-
Veggies. Pussy.
I feel like I feel like you can jot down that it's okay to evolve your thinking.
Yeah.
That's
what
a
do you
good
mean
note.
by that?
What I mean by that is like I'm okay having conviction 3 years ago and then changing 3 years later and saying I was wrong.
But you got to take the beating, I think.
You gotta take the L.
I'm taking the beating.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Why does he
I
have
think
to
that's
take the L?
If I open up my phone right now, the beating's happening.
Yeah.
Why
I
do you
love
have
that
to
it's
take
happening.
the L?
Because, especially with guys, like but let's just say with anyone,
Okay.
if you are wrong
Uh-huh.
publicly about a stance, the right thing to do is evolve your thinking, admit that you were wrong,
Yeah.
but be willing to
Take
the
like,
quick
shit.
beating of like, haha, but then you're better off for it in the end. And people trust you more in the end. As opposed to like, I'll give you an example, like all the people that, I don't want to get into any political stuff, but like might have had wrong takes about COVID or lockdowns or stuff like that. They'll just never admit that they were wrong because they're
Yeah.
not willing to take the beating real quick. It's a quick beating.
Yeah.
It's like getting jumped into a gang. You just get the shit kicked out of you real
No,
quick.
I witnessed a lot of that in middle school.
Yeah.
That was bad.
Yeah,
It was
you
a
got
very bad beating.
But then now it's over.
Yeah.
You just got to, Anand's getting it right now in the group chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now everyone will respect him a little more
In the
for
group
it.
chat? Like
Yeah.
amongst your friends,
Friends,
you're
And
getting
yeah.
a
you're
beating?
friends with Brian, John Turgeon, and Mikey. They just all are like
Give me
Woke on
shit.
and woke
woke
on.
on it. Why am I woke? Because I like Beyond and
I
Impossible.
love
That's
woke.
woke.
I love that.
Eat cheese. I do eat cheese.
Wait, that's really funny.
Woke on it is so funny. Oh my God.
I'm getting introduced to people as woke on it.
Yeah.
for the first time.
Yeah, this last week, Mikey just keeps. We're in a group chat with someone we're going to dinner with that, like, I kind of don't really know, but
Yeah.
we kind of know. He's like, woke on and's coming.
I love that now if you're like slightly,
Yeah.
anyway, you can just get roasted.
Yeah,
for
you're
it,
either MAGA or woke.
You can be alt-right.
Yeah.
You can be alt-right D.
Yeah.
Okay. I like it. I like the nickname. I like the brand. It's
Woke
good.
on
Yeah.
and-
If you were actually woke, it wouldn't be funny. But like the fact that you have like these kind of minor, maybe a little bit more left takes than some of your friends, but it's pretty minor.
Very
But the
minor.
fact that
I'm
you're
pretty
woke
sorry.
on it, I like that.
Yeah. I mean,
That's good.
this.
What?
But the problem is, Anand was chugging a Bud Light when doing this.
Of course he was.
Yeah.
That's his people.
Where's our Bud Light? We
You
should
should have a
have
Bud Light.
We should have had a case right
You should
here.
have a Bud Light.
That's a
Um,
big miss.
Woke on, and did you say that you had a lead on a golf?
Yeah.
So we have this big thing now where, I announced I went to a country club with our friend. Obviously, a lot of the listeners have reached out. People literally were reaching out in my DMs, sending me like the LACC guidelines.
Oh
Like, you
my
won't
God.
believe this. Read what they say about cell phones. It's fucking crazy. And,
I have a couple
but
things.
you have a lead.
I have a couple things.
Okay.
You mentioned what's the H wood of golf.
Yes.
And I was
I want that so bad.
and
Shout
I
out Brian.
and
and
I
Sienna.
figured it out, and I should have known this, but Brew, who's going to take you to Bel Air
Yes.
in a couple weeks,
Yep.
was like, I have answers to all your questions.
Okay.
Love
So
that.
what is it?
Discovery Properties is the
Okay.
H wood of golf.
Where's
Okay.
that, Vegas?
So
No.
El Dorado, Madison Club, Chileno Bay,
They have Vegas,
Vegas, and
Oh, Cabo.
Baker Bay.
El Dorado's Cabo. And it's basically like, I don't know if you were into golf back in it's like 5-6 years ago.
No.
And Snapchat, Ricky Fowler, Spieth, all these guys were on Snap, like literally just no shoes, barefoot, downing shots,
Okay.
drinks, and golfing on Snapchat. And they went viral. And that was at Chileno Bay.
And that's not just because they are who they are. That's just kind of the culture.
That's like the vibe.
But really rich. I mean, those are all pretty high.
Yeah, it's rich.
Yeah, you have to own a home.
You have to own a home or be a guest. You know enough people. You can
Yeah,
get,
you could be a
can-
guest.
Listeners, if anyone out there has a hookup,
I mean-
I'd love to do a drama review of
Discovery.
Discovery
all of them.
property. Yeah, of all of them, actually.
John Algem's Madison Bay, Madison Club.
John Algem's the hardest fucking guy to get a tea time with. This guy texts me literally like
You should
on a
make him take you to Madison. That's Discovery.
Okay. He texts me like on a Tuesday at like 8:30 a.m. Like, hey, I'm playing at 9:30. Want to come?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro.
That's him though. He'll
That's
he
how I
does it
make
with
plans.
our kids. He called me like 2:48 because you want to go to the aquarium. It's like 5 minutes. I'm like, we're not going.
I can't believe how much of the lifestyle of these really nice country clubs is all weekdays.
Yeah.
These
Well,
are the
no one's
richest
working.
people,
Yeah,
in
no one's
LA,
working.
in
Yeah.
any given city.
Yeah.
And no one's fucking working.
No, nobody works.
So golf is for people who have made a bag, like exited a company and have so much free time.
Yeah, you have to
Oh,
have
really?
a lot of free time.
I got invited to a really nice place and I said, all right, could we go on a weekend? No,
No,
that's
Tuesday,
ridiculous.
11
Can't believe you would even ask that.
It's
Wait,
gross.
why
Gross.
though? What do you mean they don't play on the weekends?
No,
No.
weekends is for, tourists.
For tourists, yeah. It's for like guests, like, oh, my uncle's in town.
It's kind of similar to
Yeah.
like clubs, right? Like the hot
Oh.
nights are Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Mondays,
It is
Tuesdays.
just like
Bridge
that.
and Tunnel. It's
Yeah.
Bridge and Tunnel.
It is. Yeah, Kareen, if you go to a really nice country club in LA, like the $300,000 ones,
Uh-huh.
all the people are playing during the day, on weekdays, during the day.
Oh.
To play
'cause-
on the weekend is like
You're,
trashy.
you're pleb.
Gross. Yeah.
Yeah. That means you
Why is that?
Just
aren't
real
rich
money.
enough to actually
Take half the
weekends
day
are
off.
fun.
Take 5 hours off to fucking walk around.
On the
the-
weekends, you might see your
It's-
family for a few minutes.
Yeah, you meet up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's the answer. So if anyone has the plug, I, as the Anthony Bourdain of golf, would love to do a
Do you
review.
guys ever get scared to do speak your mind and like be yourselves on?
You know what's funny?
We're
My
not
wife
totally
talked to me about
ourselves.
that the other day. She's like, you don't have to tell your opinion on everything to everyone you meet.
That's what Haley said? But
Right.
on here or just in,
In
life?
life.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and
Right.
that's what my point though is like whatever I'm thinking here, like how vocal do I want to be on this episode? How much do I want to talk? And I'm like, fuck, I have to make that decision because
But here's
Oh,
the
you're
thing.
going to overthink it.
I'm an
also not
overthinker.
malicious. Like we're not here to hurt anyone's feelings.
Of course.
So
But what if I accidentally do?
No, so I actually
That's just overthinking. I think once
Yeah.
you do enough episodes and you say some shit that you're like, I hope nobody takes that the wrong way, and
Yeah.
then nobody cares.
Nobody
or people
cares.
love it.
Okay.
You
well, here's
stop
the thing: is I think people listen to this podcast. A lot of people who listen to it have been listening to it a very long time and know it in the context of how we talk. Versus,
Yeah.
we're not like we are like a country club of podcast
What do you
where
mean?
it's very. I feel so safe saying anything on this
Really?
mic.
Wait,
100%.
seriously, D?
Yes, I don't fucking hold anything
Yeah,
back.
That's
he says some
beautiful.
kind of wild
That's
shit
something
sometimes.
special. Like,
It is
that's
special,
cool.
but it's very much like closed space because the listeners are like, it's an intimate relationship we have with them. And so I feel very comfortable. They know it's not in it's a reaction to what's happening in the world, not like, oh, I'm out to hurt someone's feelings.
Right.
Or we're being funny. Like that's the other thing about podcasting is our listeners listen to us for hours and hours and hours. Like they know
They know what you mean.
what angle we're coming from, as opposed to we're not just
Yeah.
posting a clip on TikTok. Like, by the way, let me tell you about Bud
With
Light.
no
like,
context.
whoa.
Yeah.
And we're also not famous enough that anyone's clipping up this show. And even if they did, no one cares.
Yeah, I
You know what
think
I mean?
that's actually the important thing. And when you actually speak your mind and
It's
you're
scary.
actually not malicious
Yeah.
and you're not trying to hurt someone,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
It's okay to just express your opinion.
Yeah.
I
And we
think,
look out
like-
for each other. We'll say like, hey, that was a little crazy.
By the way,
should
we're
take
very
that out.
careful what clips get onto TikTok.
Yeah.
Like we're not letting our
I think as long as you're not malicious or malevolent in what you're doing, your opinions are fine. And if someone disagrees,
if it was clipped in TikTok form about anything, it could be taken out of context.
I'm also
because
scared
we
of
don't allow
online
that.
bullying.
So,
Yeah.
But
What's
it doesn't
that?
matter. You're not posting it. You're
I
not
said I'm
posting-
also scared
You're
of
just
online
gonna
bullying.
overthink it because now you're sitting here. There's all these fancy lights. This looks intimidating, and so you're thinking like, "Oh my god, this is scary." Now it's not. It's not scary. You don't have like a mean bone in your body. What could you possibly say?
I guess
Don't
I just
say it, but-
mean I don't know if you guys think about this, but like I feel very comfortable being myself and open in person with people, right? But once there's a camera and I know it's going to be posted, I feel like that's a whole other thing now that we have to
Yeah.
think about today, like that we didn't think about before.
sure, but like the good thing is this feels to me always like a safe space. And the people that will make the like irreverent comments about our podcast or whatever, some take on TikTok or whatever it is, most of those people are losers. So when you're a loser,
Well
it
said.
doesn't matter what
Yeah.
your opinion is.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
we don't like losers.
No.
That's true.
I'm
It's
a
not
loser,
winners.
baby.
We're winners.
It's just the nerves. It's also when enough people come up to you and say like, "I love group chat."
Oh my God.
you
So many
realize that
people.
this is like a
you guys
connecting. Like we're like connecting with people
in a very different way. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a lot of girl listeners, by the way. Like
Yeah,
a
we
lot
do.
of girls I know. Well, I know. Yeah, a lot of the girls I know love group chat.
And
Your
I
best
think-
friend listens to it constantly, which is almost
Oh, that's true. Ashley.
yeah.
I think
Ashley and
that-
Forrest, shout out.
yeah, big shout out.
Shout out to Ashley.
Ashley, we
It's
love you,
interesting because
bestie.
even like I like, you know, come traveling, I'll run into women that listen to the podcast, and I think it's more of like because we've been doing it for a while, people have like that relationship with them, and so they feel comfortable with. I'm sure someone who listens to Tucker Carlson day in and day out, and they see the TikTok clip of him clipped out that says something kind of ridiculous, they're like, man, that was taken out of context.
Mhm.
But like, because we're the only people releasing the clips are us,
Yeah.
we're obviously very careful to make sure like it never gets to a point where people judge us. And yeah, I mean, like for me, my biggest concern is because I have kids and school and
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, 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 yes.
School
yes.
in terms of you think your kids might not get into a school.
Like Ari
because-
Gold,
Yeah.
Ari Gold and
I-
our
Yeah.
trash.
Remember when Ari Gold's kids got banned? And
Yes.
I don't. It's not even just that. It's also like I don't want any of the parents at the school to judge me
Mm.
based on what I
Yeah.
say on this podcast. Because when I go out into the school world, parents listen. There's plenty of parents that listen to the podcast,
Interesting.
and I'm like, and which freaks my wife
And you're
out.
like, hi,
Really?
G. Murthy. Nice to meet you.
yeah. Alt-right D.
But do you think that like filters it out for you? Like it'll help you attract authentic friends and stuff because the people who don't like it are essentially filtering themselves out.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I mean, I'm too old to make friends, but
Wait, really?
yeah, it's just at this point, it's just my
When you have
kids.
kids. And
Kids.
I'm too
if
old to
my
have
kids,
friends.
make friends.
No,
Oh,
new
make
friends.
friends.
New
Yeah,
friends.
new friends.
Oh, oh, that's okay. I get
I
that.
think, yeah, I mean, like at this point in my life, it's probably going to be the reality is if my kids become friends with some kids,
Yeah.
then I will be friends with the
You
parents.
just have to pray they're cool.
But you already have great friends.
Yeah.
He has like
Yeah.
childhood friends.
Yeah,
You know?
all
That's
my
so cool.
childhood like closest friends.
Eric.
They still listen to this
Eric.
podcast.
Eric is like childhood friends
Wait,
with
really?
them.
Yes. Eric
Whoa.
and his brother lived down the street from us where we used to
What?
sleep over at their house.
Sleepover?
Oh, you didn't.
Sleepovers,
Oh,
yeah.
I know you must not listen. We talked about
Yeah. Guilty.
Okay,
Her
guys.
best friend does, but she
Guys,
doesn't.
Yeah.
We've roasted Eric many times on this podcast the last like week.
But yeah, like,
no, we grew up with his family.
Yeah.
Like his family's our family, our family's his family.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that.
Okay, let's move on because the audience,
Yeah.
you know,
Sorry. Sorry,
at risk
audience.
of it turning into Kareen. I feel like you're practicing. I'm trying to get Kareen to start a podcast.
Oh, wow.
And I
Great.
feel like she's doing a little practice run over
No,
there.
you're good. You're getting it.
Okay, news. Do we want news?
Yeah, let's do a quick news.
Okay, Google reported Q1 earnings. What do we got?
So Google, Meta, Amazon all reported earnings. They were all above expectations on revenue, all above expectations on earnings. The biggest difference was Facebook absolutely crushed earnings.
Anand, did you ever invest? You never did.
No,
huh?
I didn't
You-
do it.
man.
I was so
Up 100%.
literally since
No,
like the day.
It would have been 300%.
No,
it was $90. It was what is it?
230 now, yeah.
So whatever, 2.5x.
Yeah.
like the day
And what
you
if I
made
did
that claim.
options?
Yeah. You'd be a billionaire.
Yeah. I literally said on this podcast, I was like, I need to go long Zuck.
And we tried to bully you.
Yeah,
It
we
was
bullied you
November.
to it.
I'm a pussy.
Yeah.
You vegetarians.
Yeah, you're fucking impossible eating pussy.
Woke Anand over here.
Yeah. Woke on it. Woke doesn't want to make money.
It's not good.
I was
He's
so
more of a
right.
socialist.
This is one of the like. It's
You were so right.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So Facebook came out and just, I mean, they beat revenue by 10%. I mean, it's just unbelievable. They obviously, all the cost cutting they did has paid off. They mentioned AI like 43 times in their earnings. Like,
For the listener, is this not just mainly, it looks like they are focused?
Yes.
It's just cutting costs and laying off people.
Like
well, revenue
ad
was
revenue,
up too.
Yeah.
but ad revenue growth isn't like, up 300%.
No.
Like
It's
it's a sign of focusing
It's
on what
moderate.
matters.
It's narrative.
Yeah.
People.
Yeah. It's
people-
basically like, hey, AR over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like stop spending
laying off.
$25 billion a year
Yeah.
on AR.
That's
the metaverse
amazing.
is over. It's over.
It's
Web3
over.
is like honestly one of the biggest flash in the pans.
It's wild.
It is wild.
I always use 3D TV as a reference point because remember when all TVs were like 3D TV?
No, I don't remember that.
Exactly. And but if you would go to like Best Buy, it
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
I know.
I
everything's
remember that.
3D,
It was
everything-
terrible.
And no one cared because no one's going to sit on their fucking couch with glasses on and whatever. Web3 was like 10 times faster than the 3D TV phenomenon. It was such a like flash in the pan. And now I feel like everything is AI.
Yeah.
Who even wants to hear about Web3?
And what's interesting is so Meta is now focused. They're going back to good old Instagram and Facebook.
Love it.
They're focused on Reels, some AI bullshit, cutting some expenses. Great. Stock is on a 52-week high. Zuck's worth $90 billion. It's all on the up and up. Google.
And he just had a kid. Suck.
Yeah.
I'm bummed I didn't invest. I'm legitimately bummed on that one.
I'm
I
really
should have seen
stupid.
it. Like
Yeah.
getting that low, it should have been like, okay.
Well, here's your chance because here's the next bet.
Yeah.
Google also beat on earnings.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Beat on everything. The problem was in the Google earnings, it's unclear. They didn't really address the AI. They can easily fire another 15, 20%.
Easy.
So
Maybe 30.
Easy,
I
right?
mean, Elon laid off like 75% of the staff.
so Google can probably 90%.
Maybe not
It's all
90.
search.
Probably 60.
Just search, you go,
How many people run that thing?
yeah, nobody. I mean, YouTube and Google search makes so
That's
much.
it, YouTube.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, like,
If you don't get your shit together anyway, AI is going to replace search.
yeah.
So you need half of those people.
So that's the point is that they didn't really address AI because I saw the highlights.
they didn't talk about it on their
I
earnings.
mean, they did, but it's not like they have a clear indication of like what they're going to do.
Yeah.
And then I think they did a $70 billion buyback, which it's not like guarantee they're going to do it, but that's what they're going to do. $70 billion. You can't fucking figure out anything else to do with $70 billion. $70 billion.
No, but that's basically to make sure the stock goes up.
yeah.
How
And it
much
didn't.
cash do they
It
have?
actually went down after the earnings. It went down. And so
How much cash do they have?
I
Do you
think
know?
they have
hundreds
like
of billions. I don't know.
200 billion,
Yeah.
Got it.
something like that. I don't know exactly.
Wild. Well, you could give it to Zuck. He'll light it on fire.
Yeah. And then finally, Amazon, same. Everything up. But the stock was down the next day.
It was kind of flat.
It was
Is-
flat to down.
Amazon like .com up? Like I know cloud and that stuff. What about actual like?
Mildly up.
Okay.
Mildly up. And the problem is Amazon has the same problem. They have a cost issue. They hired that new CEO, Andy Jassy.
Yeah.
They just they have too many people.
Yeah.
And so
Seems like a Bob Iger type situation could go down there.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
No, Bezos is at Coachella. He's not going back.
Right. He
Why
has
not?
fucking.
There's no way he's
Did you
going
see the
back.
button up he had on the other day?
Yes.
He's not going. You're right.
He's not
You're
going.
right.
He was at Bad Bunny with Kendall Jenner and Kris Jenner.
Well,
He's gone. Jassy's. It's on Jassy.
but I mean, look, these guys are so alpha. Like you look at Google, I wouldn't be surprised. Larry and Sergey are back. And
You think Sundar is getting
how old are Larry and
Who
Sergey?
said they were super checked out?
maybe 50s?
Either Elon
Max.
or All In said that those guys are checked out,
No, they said they were trying to come back in.
but they've been out for too long.
Yeah.
Larry Page is 50 years old.
Yeah.
50 years old. He's coming back.
So young.
He's gonna be so
I mean,
disgusted.
he hasn't worked in 10 years, though.
Yeah, don't you feel like you're like he's fucking rusty?
I mean, think about how much LSD he's probably done in the last 10 years.
His whole
Who is Larry
opinions are
Page?
different.
The
Founder
founder
of
of Google.
He's 50 years old.
Yeah.
He started in 2000 or 99, right?
Yeah.
They went public in 2004. So 25 years ago.
Yeah,
How
he's-
old
that's
is,
tough. I know it's tough to
co-founder?
get back on that horse.
His co-founder is 49.
Yeah. I mean, their kids are
Wow.
in school with our cousin's kids. They're like 12 years old.
90 billion they're both worth. They've got to come back just for legacy reasons.
You got to try. I feel like with AI,
I think
Like,
LSD,
isn't that their whole
too
thing?
much LSD.
but isn't their whole thing like by organizing the entire world's information, like their ultimate goal was to create some sort of mega brain, like essentially what OpenAI is beating them at right now.
Yeah.
So I actually thought Friedberg on All In
Mhm.
described it really well.
I missed this week, but I listened to last week.
So in 2014, Google bought DeepMind, which is the original OpenAI, effectively. And he basically was like, look, they're not sitting on their fucking hands. He's like, I've talked to everyone at Google. They're going to unleash it. They were very hesitant because of regulatory issues, because of how it would be perceived. But they're not just like, oh yeah, OpenAI, you win.
Good point.
And
That's my point. I actually think Google
might be the new Zuck Facebook.
That's my point. I actually think Google is the new Zuck, and I think Larry and Sergey come back.
So Google could be a good bet.
That'd be so cool if they came back.
I think it should.
That'd be so iconic.
90 billion each.
No, but and Friedberg said, because he obviously worked at Google for a long time,
Yeah.
he's like, they're dialed.
Yeah,
What
because
does that mean,
OpenAI
they're
stole all
Meaning
of
like they're actually paying attention to the company despite being worth $100 billion each. They were like,
Oh, that's what he said.
yeah, he's like, from all sources I've heard, they are very focused on not getting their ass beat by Microsoft.
Didn't OpenAI's most of their staff come from Google?
Yeah, they had
I
to
would
be.
assume so.
I mean, I feel like Google was the number one home for AI research,
It's
right?
just Sam Altman just came in and kind of
how did he
everyone
do
was
that?
just like sleeping.
Because he
How have you not heard of OpenAI until fucking 3 months ago?
Yeah, because
and now
of
it's the only
this
thing you hear about.
nonprofit nonsense.
He
Everyone
faked- it
should
was a
go and
fake.
start a nonprofit.
You mean you helped him get talent?
Yeah. Be like, I'm doing this for humanity. No.
No, he also had
Yeah, that was a
Elon
dude.
as a co-founder.
I
Yes,
know,
that
but
doesn't hurt.
under the assumption that it would always be nonprofit. That was a dude.
I think a lot of
That was the biggest dupe.
I mean,
of
now
all time.
OpenAI closes $300 million share sale at $28 to $29 billion valuation. What a hustle.
Yeah, Sam's,
I think everyone on group chat listeners should start a nonprofit and then fake it
hire the best talent you can,
and then fake it.
and then all of a sudden, we got a little investment.
Yeah. From Microsoft for $12 billion.
49%, not quite.
Yeah.
all of it.
It's a joke. This thing is a whole joke. I don't care. I mean,
I will say, unlike Web3 though, Web3 never made sense to me.
yeah.
Never quite. It kind of did, but it's like, so everyone's going to be wearing goggles around their house, or everyone. I don't quite see it. I think
AI is very real.
Yeah.
So here, I think
It's
certain
very
parts of
real.
AI,
It's kind of scary real.
certain parts of AI are very, very real. If I was being objective, the biggest thing out of AI,
I know I have one.
it's Drake's song.
Yep,
that's it.
That's
There's
it.
nothing bigger. They came out with one song, $20 billion of value investment.
I went on TikTok last night.
Name something better than
there's
Drake's
endless.
song.
What do you
AI.
mean?
There's
AI?
5 of them now.
AI has done nothing but one
No,
Drake
but
song.
No,
Fake Drake song.
no. I think if
At market.
if
to
you're a
market,
CEO
yeah.
of a company, if you're not using AI, ChatGPT in some form or another,
Yeah,
you're
that's
missing
fine.
the boat.
But what
That's
other
fine.
AI product has touched as many people?
Sure, fine.
Nothing.
Love
It's
it.
one
Drake-
song.
There
I
we
mean,
go.
it's also
All
Drake.
of the AI is based
Drake.
off one fake Drake
You're
song.
talking about my favorite
these
artist.
Drake should be worth 29
Yeah,
billion.
let me tell you something. All these venture capitalists are sitting around like, oh, we're doing AI. And the biggest breakthrough of AI is a fucking fake Drake song? Dude, these guys are clowns. They're all fucking clowns.
Wait, what part are clowns?
The biggest breakthrough of AI is a fake Drake song.
Why
it's
is that not a
coming.
big breakthrough though?
No,
That's a
he's
great
saying,
question.
But I'm just
It's a
saying.
great question.
It's
Good
not
question.
worth 30 billion. It's not worth 30 billion. It could be worth 1 billion. I'll give you a fake Drake song's worth $1 billion. It's not worth 30.
No, I think the point is that if you can do that, you can do X, Y, and Z.
I went on TikTok last night and there's 5 of them. For whatever reason, now they're targeting Drake songs.
yeah.
That has become the trend, is who
Yeah.
can make the best AI Drake song.
And this is my point.
There's so
And
many.
I know people in the music industry think this has been solved. I don't think you could solve it. How can you put this genie back in the bottle?
I think you can. I think
How?
the same
To
way
me, it's
MP3s
Napster.
was.
To me, it's Napster. There has to be a new invention
No,
that
but
somehow solves
how
it.
can someone in Malaysia?
No, but I'm listening. I'm here.
I know, but if it
what I'm
goes on
saying
a
is-
platform, it's done. It's AI. AI blocks it too.
What I'm saying is you couldn't stop Napster. You had to make the iTunes store,
Yeah.
right? Because somebody else was just going to go make another Napster. Music was, from that point on, always borderline
If
free.
Drake could get paid, I don't know, 50 cents for every stream of his fake voice, he'd be like, yeah, go ahead and make all the fucking
Yeah.
fake
That's so
songs.
true.
Like,
Wait,
how
yeah,
do you
then he would do
monitor it though? I don't.
But
These songs are probably playing in clubs.
I know, but the
couldn't
thing,
you-
Not in LA, but
yeah, I'm 100%.
Wait,
These
really?
songs are being played in
Sure.
clubs, 100%.
100%.
But like, how can you stop someone that iterates that Drake
Yeah.
Weekend song a million times over?
I don't think you can. I think you have to
but
create
if it's
a
on
new
a platform,
technology. I don't know what it is.
You can block it. It's easy.
But then it goes to the next platform.
What's the next platform? Blue Sky? No one's on that.
What's Trump's thing?
Truth Social?
Yeah,
There it
put
is.
on Truth
A
Social.
lot of retruths. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly think you need a new technology of some sort. Like the same way when Napster was happening and everyone was freaking out and all these artists are like, I'm losing all my money. My career is done. What's going to happen? No one could have pictured like the iTunes store or streaming.
And
I don't know because I honestly don't know how you stop this. And people are just going to play shit they like. So in the club in fucking Chicago, they're probably playing this Drake and Weeknd song. And who cares? That's one less Drake song,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But I think he'll just be able to monetize on it. That's
But
all.
I just don't know how you would track. You'd almost have to be able to track.
Yeah.
Like you need AI to track
Drake
whenever anyone
Weeknd
was
song
using Drake.
It's the equivalent of like a Billboard #1 hit.
I know.
The
That's
number
not
of streams.
that good.
No, it doesn't
No,
matter
the number
about
of
good.
streams.
Number of people that have heard
probably
it.
got-
Everyone's heard it.
100 million.
But it's also the
streams.
novelty of what's happening in music right now with AI. In 6 months from now, when there's everyone you meet has a fake Drake song, it's gonna lose its novelty.
But then could it play out? Could it water down real Drake?
No, because the problem is that song is good. It's really, really good, but
isn't
it's
that
not
the same
as good
way
as
that
Drake.
Yeah.
artists only make money touring?
No, they make money on.
I mean, they
I
make
think now
money,
they
but
do streaming if you're
sure,
that big.
if you're that big.
Yeah.
But most artists make money showing up to concerts.
Yeah.
So how's it any different?
Yeah, so that's fine. Then it does not affect musicians at all. Then because everyone's gonna still want to go to a concert.
I think it could hurt the brand. I think if you're Drake is probably so calculated about when he releases new music
Yeah.
because of his own
Yeah.
thought of not oversaturating the market.
Yeah,
And if it's just nonstop new Drake songs every day,
but you
That
could. It's
sucks.
pretty easy to stop that on any platform. Sure, you could play it in the club, but if it doesn't ever proliferate, you can to ban it from TikTok or
But
SoundCloud
SoundCloud.
is really easy. It's really easy.
Oh, really?
It's not
That's
hard.
that's good to hear.
Yeah, because like back in the day, any illegal download was gone off every platform immediately.
yeah.
But isn't like all
Online
of
regulation.
kind of live music is just taking the moments that are popular on social media and playing it into the club? So
No,
like
I disagree.
the Chris Rock Will Smith slap,
Yeah.
that was like the intro to like
I know, but that's
major EDM DJs.
Yeah.
I know, but that's not real. I mean, like go to a concert. No one's fucking. It's not TikTok. It's actually real life. Like it's not what's happening.
I'm
See.
so like, to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know what happens, but it feels Napster-y to me.
Yeah, and look what happened. Music industry exploded after Napster.
Yeah. Either way, they'll win. But think about this. When's the first time you heard a Drake AI song? A week ago?
2 weeks ago, yeah.
So what does a Drake AI song sound like in a year?
It's gonna be better.
Exactly.
I might get
Like,
banned
it's-
completely.
Like it's going to literally sound exactly like Drake or better than Drake. What if in 2 years the song is better and Drake listens to it and is like, damn, I wouldn't have thought of that.
But he'll just get paid on it. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then he'll go perform it live and he'll make money on it.
Because you can
That's
tell it's
interesting.
fake, but barely.
Yeah.
Barely.
And so in 1 year,
and it's all like the excuse me, like the hit points. He talks about 21.
Yeah.
He talks about everyone.
like waist size, like they know all the Drake things.
Yeah.
You know, it's like it's fucking Drake.
Yeah, but the
Wait.
thing is it is very easy to do that with an existing artist.
Yeah.
I think it's impossible to do with a new artist. Like I know there are people doing these AI new artists.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The problem is like
You need a base.
yeah, at the end of the day, specifically in music,
Yeah.
you actually have to connect with people. If you don't connect with Olivia Rodrigo and who her ex-boyfriend was, she would not have been Olivia Rodrigo. Like
I wonder if maybe you could do like Marshmello.
you
but
could do Marshmello.
but AI makes all that beats actually,
yeah.
and you just put on a mask and jump around.
I think there's room for that, but the biggest artist in the world is not
Yeah, Marshmello. Yeah.
a Marshmallow type artist. It's Taylor Swift and her like lifelong journey of dumping guys.
To me, true. to me,
I mean, she's
Styles.
it. That's it.
That's
real life.
It's basically Taylor and Harry Styles. They're the two big stars, right?
yeah. To me, I think the only problem would be oversaturation. If people are just sick of hearing Drake's voice.
But they'll start seeing the next artist, right?
Yeah, but you
I mean, for
here's the
Drake,
thing-
for if you're Drake.
Here's the thing is all
Like, couldn't AI do the next Harry
Oh, yeah,
Styles
yeah.
no,
album?
because you know why they can't? Because it's the story. If you followed Harry Styles from One Direction, from the TV show, that's what made Harry Styles, not just the music.
I agree
There's
with you.
better music.
I agree with you
out-
for our age group. I don't know if young people care about
No,
that
they
story.
do. They do. They want to connect.
I think they do.
Everyone wants to connect.
I think they do, and I think you're right. I think in the end, it like the artists win, but like it just feels very unprecedented.
Look, if you look, AI, ChatGPT is going to be great at replacing copywriting. Great.
Yeah.
You want to write a song, a poem for your kids? Fantastic. It still has not proven all the other use cases everyone says it has.
But
I'm
Anand
not
has
saying-
very smart friends who think that it's the fucking
They
end of
probably thought,
civilization.
they also thought Web3 was going to be the biggest thing. That's a fucking fraud. It didn't work.
You know, it's funny.
God,
there's-
you might,
So,
you
I
might
mean,
be right.
I could be right. AI, and it's all full of shit.
Yeah. It's actually nice to hear that. I
No.
feel comforted.
No, there's a-
I feel like I'm in the beginning of a sci-fi movie.
no, there's
That's
might
why
be.
it's scary.
Yeah.
No, there's in our private group chat, we joke about how there's this Venn diagram of Web3, VR, AR, and AI.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what?
You know, you throw,
Yeah.
you know, broken clock is right.
Yeah.
2 times a
But
day.
this might be the right.
Yeah, it could be.
So far,
But
it got
here's the
Drake.
thing is I actually think AI does work for many things. It does not solve everything that everyone thinks it's
No,
gonna
I
do.
don't think it solves everything, but I do think it's a platform shift.
What does that mean?
It does feel to me.
Meaning that I think companies and organizations are going to be structurally different,
Yeah.
regardless of industry, because this technology
Yes.
exists.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's crazy because it happened in 6 months.
Oh shit. But
How
isn't
long do you guys? When did the internet pop off?
90s.
Late 90s?
Early
Yeah,
90s.
I feel like-
early 90s.
Like you guys remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, we were on Prodigy in the early 90s.
Did it feel long? Like, you know that famous clip of the people on the news being like, "What is the internet?" Ha, ha, ha.
right?
Like,
What's email?
like how long was that process?
I'll
A
tell you.
while?
I'll tell you.
I mean, I would say the internet probably went mainstream in the early 90s, and it existed obviously before that. Like Al Gore created it. Remember that?
Let me tell you my question. Let me tell you my question.
I
It's
think-
like, when did you first start hearing about the internet? And then, oh shit, the internet actually changed. Was
I
that
think
a
we were
couple
just
years?
so young enough that
It happened
It happened.
real time because I remember in the early 90s being on Prodigy and then mid 90s on AOL. And
So 5 years.
like we saw live sports scores. I was in chat rooms talking to I was into basketball and
Yeah.
I was in a chat room with other people talking about
So
basketball.
slowly over 5 years, let's say.
Yeah.
Whereas AI feels like 6 months. People are losing, like people are being fired.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm not saying mass
Yeah,
yet, but like that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not denying the technology that's happening with AI. It's obviously very powerful and it's meaningful. It's just that
You think it's overblown?
it all of it takes time.
Yeah.
Because like
That's fair.
no one's gonna the use case.
But even you told me like your employees are on ChatGPT all day.
they are using it, but I can't get rid of my employees just because I have ChatGPT.
Auto
That's not
GPT,
happening.
you might be able to.
Yeah, but
Gotta go
like
one
you
step
also,
further.
the
Just
thing
get the
is like you. I think it'll give every employee alpha. That I believe, like you could be a better employee because of it. But I'm not sold that it's going to replace every single job.
No, I don't think it's going to replace all jobs, but it could replace 30% of jobs.
Which is like a wild impact.
Yeah, look, I think it can replace, and I think there'll be new jobs that are created because
Like
of it.
honestly, like you probably don't need an assistant in 6 months.
No way.
Like you need an assistant maybe 3 hours a day, not 8 hours a day.
I
how do
don't
you
think
use
so.
it that way?
I think there's a point to that. Look, this is what I think. What did you say?
There's a lot of instant things that you need done.
Yeah, but you'd
In
pay
real
them
life.
differently.
I don't
Being
know.
like, okay, yeah, get me a sandwich.
But even if we're talking about
Fine.
30%, even if we're talking about 30% of that assistance time or 30% job reduction, that's a meteor.
Here's
strike.
my belief.
Goldman came out with a report, which we talked about. 300 million jobs could be replaced.
Well, Goldman, they
Sure,
don't know anything.
fine.
What
They don't know
is it
anything.
a tool for? Like chat? It's
So-
GPT.
Yeah.
So ChatGPT,
You know this.
Chat GPT.
Yeah.
What is it a tool for? Because to me, it's like, okay, it's a tool, but a lot of people aren't going to know how to use it. Like Clement said to me recently about AI. She was like, AI is nothing without the humans.
Exactly. It's
Inputting.
prompting.
So
Yeah,
no, but that's
prompting.
Auto GPT is actually taking it to the next level
Oh,
where
shit.
you don't need to prompt.
Wait, what do you mean?
So
Yeah,
basically,
that's scary.
Wait,
Auto
tell me more.
GPT is basically like, "Hey, I'm Korean.
You still have to. You still
I'm
have to
Korean,
prompt.
and I want to go to San Francisco on August 29th." I'm just making up these dates.
Like,
right?
is this like the Siri that you have in the homes and
It's
you speak to
basically-
them?
No,
Yeah, but
you're
you're
just
typing
saying.
it.
Just imagine you type this in
Okay.
It's like,
on
hey,
ChatGPT or whatever.
I'm Korean. I want to go to San Francisco August 29th.
Okay.
And then it'll say like, "Okay, Korean, here are 5 hotels you can stay at. Here are 5 restaurants. Here are 4 things you can do." And it keeps iterating on top of
Here
your
are
first
places
prompt.
that could watch your dog while you're gone in LA. Here's like
Exactly.
it auto prompts its way to like planning a whole, as opposed to just
So
okay, let me look
ChatGPT
at
was the
airplane tickets.
first iteration where you had to keep prompting it
Yeah.
to get a response.
Okay, let me tell you something.
Auto GPT
No one I know is going to let that fucking Auto GPT plan shit. Because you know what? Auto GPT can't get you into the hottest restaurant in the city. Can't get
Yeah,
you
but
into anything.
that's talking about top 0.01% of people.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's
like if you're a family that's like, "Hey, I want to go to where do you go in South Carolina?
Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
You want to go to Myrtle Beach?"
Okay, let me tell you, the
Auto
person going to
GPT
Myrtle
AI
Beach.
planning that shit.
Let me tell you something. The person going to the problem is
Person going to
the
Myrtle
person
Beach,
going to Myrtle
yeah.
Beach ain't going to use it, and the person that could use it
But it
can't
will.
get into the restaurant they want to get into.
It will.
No, it won't. It will never. You that's the
you
most
won't get the
insane
most
thing.
exclusive experiences. Agree. The richest people that want to do the the hottest clubs, the hottest restaurants. Yes, this doesn't matter. But
Yeah.
that's
There's
600
people like
billion
using
people.
Airbnb to like recommend activities in the cities.
Yeah, look,
I don't know. I don't know where I stand here, but I like this argument. I haven't decided where I.
What's the question?
My argument isn't that it's going to solve the world. My argument, it's going to be a big impact on the world.
And you think it's going to kind of be a slow and steady?
I think it's going to help worker productivity
Yeah.
in the very near future. Like, I think all employees will be more productive because of AI, 100%. The problem is it can't do everything. It can't take you to the promised land.
But
It
we're
can get
only
you-
6
it can
months
get you
in.
closer.
That's the point.
Because the problem is like we haven't figured out all the other things associated with it, and there's going to be regulation. That's the thing you don't know about. You don't know how it's going to be regulated. It's the same thing with crypto. Everyone thought it was going to be, it'd be free world. We're going to do everyone. And then everyone said people took advantage of it, and now it's fucked. It's
Not fucked. It's still not regulated.
Yeah.
There's
but
threats of regulation, but nothing's actually
Is
happening.
regulation
You
bad?
can use Bitcoin and Ethereum freely in the United States.
I know, but if you thought about the promise of crypto and what people thought 18 months ago versus today, it's very different. With AI, people just need to calm the fuck down. I think it's going to have an impact. I just don't think it's going to have an
I think
impact.
crypto, I think it's actually a great comparison, a great analogy. Crypto took 2008, so 15 years to actually get to this point where it's actually like a free ability to financially like live in this world. It took 15 years. AI took 6 months.
I'd be okay with 15 years.
Yeah.
But I hear you. But I think it's still very scary. I guess to Dee's point, it's very scary right now. What it seems like it could be is very scary. And it seems like it could be all of that in 6 more months. But still TBD. Like, I'm with you. I feel like the impact is here. People are currently losing their jobs. It feels really crazy. And like by next month, it's going to be this huge earth-shattering
I just
moment.
haven't seen anything in my adulthood that's moved as quickly as this.
I agree with that. But
Sure.
does it slow down?
Is
Is everyone just panicking and going crazy
I don't
right
know
now?
who's panicking. I don't
Well,
even
I
think
don't
people
mean
know.
panicking.
I don't
I
even
mean,
think
like,
anyone
just-
gives a fuck. Most people do not care about AI. 0 people care about AI.
It's a little Web3.
It's like 400 people on Twitter. That's it.
I don't think so. I think everyone in technology cares about it deeply, and they are only investing in companies that have some sort of element of this.
Yeah, there's only one company. No one else has it. And
Everyone has
if
a
you
cell.
really think about it, it's just OpenAI today.
But you know how everyone had a Web3 concept? Every
Yeah.
business. Like fucking McDonald's was like, oh, check out our
But
fucking metaverse.
Google
It's like, I
has
think
been
everyone's
using
selling an
AI
thing.
for years. That's how YouTube has been feeding us the content that we want for the next video. That's AI.
So if you think about it from that perspective, nobody's better than TikTok. They have the best AI in the world.
That's
I would
probably
agree.
true anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nobody
I mean,
even
TikTok
close.
literally is the best.
Yes. That's
agree with that.
OpenAI
Yeah.
times 5,000.
I was at dinner last night and we were all just talking about how we just get lost on TikTok because it just feeds us what we want.
TikTok is very undervalued. If OpenAI is worth 30 billion and TikTok's worth 300, TikTok.
No, ByteDance is worth 300.
That's what I'm
TikTok's only a fraction of
I know the
ByteDance.
thing, but ByteDance being
It's a
worth
$1 trillion company.
10 trillion.
Yeah.
It's way more valuable.
If it's allowed to be operating in the US, 100% it's a $1 trillion
Yeah, I mean,
company.
if you had to write a check today, I would way rather.
If I knew it was going to operate in the US,
I don't even know if
unfettered.
OpenAI will be
Yeah,
allowed
yeah.
to operate in the US in fucking 2 years. This shit might all get banned too.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you guys your opinion on AI, but I have a question in particular,
We can
Okay.
do it.
Okay.
which is if AI is this tool for mankind to
Yep.
use, how are you three planning to use it in the near future?
I use it for one purpose only. As far as I'm concerned, AI is incredible. When I go to sleep, when I put my kids to sleep, if I want a song or a poem about the day, I put their names, I put what we did today, and it spits out a song. Other than that,
Oh,
that's all AI is.
That's
It's a
pretty
song
damn good.
generator.
But
It's
if
like-
it can do that, that's like, think about how much more you could do in
Wait till it can be Drake
I-
singing them to sleep.
they don't want Drake. They want Dad.
True.
They don't know
But
Drake.
think about, like, you have to do your Monday morning all hands meeting. You can just put in AI.
But they don't want that. The staff doesn't want that. They want a
No,
human
but
being.
no, they want you to, you can just, the speech is done.
No,
and you
they
just
want my
talk it.
passion and my energy, bro.
Just,
That's
you just have
you
to
don't
type
understand
in,
that.
add a little more
You don't
passion.
understand that.
You
You
just
know.
type in, add more passion, and
It's
AI
like
does
you
it.
want Few Good Men's script without Jack Nicholson, or do you want Jack fucking Nicholson?
it's very literal.
Love Jack
right now.
Nicholson.
Exactly. You don't want it's. That's why AI is bullshit. It's like
I don't know if it's bullshit, but I think it's a hack.
it's
Yeah, I think it's a slightly more user-friendly Google search right now.
Exactly.
Today.
Yeah.
I think the productivity of the average human being is going to
Yes.
It's similar to what, like, you remember when there was a time when you'd be out at dinner and someone will ask you a stupid ass question, you'd be like, just Google that shit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This is that moment where, like, you could be so much better at whatever that comes out of your mouth.
Yeah.
So I jokingly, we years ago, I was like very interested in writing a book
Yep.
about 10 reasons why you're a loser.
Yep.
Over the weekend, I put that in ChatGPT.
Oh, did you write a little
I
synopsis?
said, I want to write a book about why, 10 reasons on why you're a loser.
yeah.
And ChatGPT wrote something, something woke about like, oh, we don't really like to determine who's a winner or
Yeah.
loser or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it gave 10 reasons.
How'd you get it to
funny.
go? How'd you get it to break its morals?
It just went because it knows.
Oh, it
It's-
just gave like a disclaimer.
ChatGPT's a piece of shit.
Wow.
It just knows.
Dude, that should be a part of your stand-up routine. That was
This
so
was
funny moment.
unbelievable. And I literally, like, I could not believe,
That's good.
like,
That's the other problem. ChatGPT is a little
here we go.
woke.
This is so good.
It's a little what?
It's a
Lack
little
of
woke.
motivation or drive to pursue their passions or interests.
Definitely a loser.
Inability to take responsibility for their
Yep.
actions
Loser.
and
Huge
choices.
loser, yeah.
Constantly making excuses or blaming others for their failures.
Loser. Yeah.
Lack of discipline or self-control leading to
Loser.
poor decision making.
Yeah.
Refusal to learn from their mistakes and make necessary changes.
Another loser.
Neglecting personal growth and development. Being too comfortable in their current situation.
Loser.
Letting fear and
So
self-doubt
how are
hold them
you?
back.
How are you shitting on AI when
I
this
know.
described exactly what you wanted
You
to
could
I
go
do?
know.
produce.
I would have came up with better reasons.
You could
These are-
write. You could write 3 more prompts and go pitch that to a publisher.
Like, honestly, you could, if you were
I know, but
giving,
it's still
if you're
required
gonna-
the genius of me to ask that question. that is the genius.
No, but the genius could be you delivering the message,
yes.
right? But AI solved the message.
That's what I'm
so if
saying.
you want to be the coach at the end of the game when everyone's
Inches,
losing,
the game
Yeah.
of inches.
the game of inches, like,
So
you want to be.
that's my point. I think it's going to make everyone more productive. 100. I think it's going to make us all
Yeah.
better at
Better
what we
us.
do.
But no, could it also solve, like, are there only a handful of Belichicks, or can everyone be a Belichick?
no, I
'Cause
think everyone could be a Belichick, which is awesome.
because they got like.
But
the
I don't
prompts.
think that like everyone's. No one wants to hear like it is the delivery. It's everything is in the delivery.
Yeah, like, I mean,
Think about the
I
most
don't know if
motivational.
it's on your TikTok. Deion Sanders, is
Yeah,
he
a
on
little
your
bit, a
TikTok?
little bit, yeah.
little bit, but like his delivery and his speeches are
Let me
insane.
tell you, that ain't no ChatGPT.
No, but if you were able to, get the content, he said, "I'm showing up and my baggage is Louis."
Yeah.
Like that's hot.
Yeah. I'm telling you, ChatGPT cannot come up with that.
No, not yet. Not yet. That's GPT 10.
Yeah. That's my point. Is like, if you think about it from like just a content standpoint, can it make a song? Yes. Can it make a show? Maybe. Like a movie? Sure.
I mean, honestly, it
months
should
in.
eliminate all Netflix shows because they're all just like kind of
There are a little ChatGPT-ish.
automated.
Yeah.
They're
Did
all
you see
automated
Casey's
Night
bullshit.
Action's hot. No ChatGPT.
What is-
coming up
No,
with that.
but like they,
Night Action?
what
Yeah.
Netflix does is
A formula.
diet ChatGPT.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, rom-com's cool.
Yeah.
Let's keep doing
So-
10 of
so
those.
It is true.
Netflix
Let's
can
do-
cut their cost.
Yes.
That's
But whoever did like that $50 million deal at Netflix is the one who, Netflix is like signing up the writers, paying them these crazy deals. Like, who's writing these fucking cookie cutter movies?
There's
That could be
only,
ChatGPT.
so
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a premium price for the Successions, the White Lotus, those shows that are just like fucking, you can't ChatGPT
But I don't
those.
think you know that on a script. I think if you're buying a show, I don't know if you know that Succession is Succession until it comes out.
Yeah.
Right?
True.
Yeah, maybe.
It's like signing a
I mean, I don't
musician.
know.
Do you know you're signing the
No
next
one knows.
Drake?
No one knows.
That's my point.
Well, like when Drake makes a song, does he know that it's the next? I mean, Drake might.
he
but
might know.
most artists, do they know it's the next hot single? I think it's like chance is so much of it. But I will say, Netflix has to know that most. Of those
they
movies
should
aren't
automate
gonna
most
hit.
of their shows.
Yeah.
Well, they know
I mean,
like
they have to-
CIA spy shit works.
And think about,
Yeah, they
well,
run
they
that
also
into the
know
ground.
like
yeah,
they can, their whole business is basically release as
Data.
much content as possible,
yeah.
right? And
But
Based
not
on
anymore.
data, though.
Like
Based
now
on
they're
data.
fucked.
Now you can just release it all day. Just get like good-looking
Yeah.
people all week and just keep recording.
Because now they have a problem. Like I'll tell you, it's very known. You guys might know this in the TV industry that it's dried up. Like it used to be like, let's make shows, let's pitch shows. Shows are working. Now, like the mandate from every streamer is they're not buying anything.
So what are they doing?
And there's a writer's strike,
People are
right?
still trying. They
That's
just
happening?
started a writer's strike. I think.
The writers should just give up.
Bad
'Cause
timing.
The writers
Bad
on
timing.
The writers
TV
need
are
to
fucked.
give up.
Yeah.
Bad timing.
I mean, writers literally, like this is ChatGPT, AutoGPT.
Bad
Like,
timing.
It's
Yeah.
scary
unless
as a
you're
writer.
a genius writer, you're literally one of one.
Yeah.
You're irrelevant.
But I think I think what happens is that like a very smart person can write a great piece of content because they know how to utilize. You still have to know how to utilize AI.
It's just how many
Agreed, but
jobs.
it's how smart do you have to be? If like we watch, if we heard we saw the script of Succession, be like, holy shit, this is amazing. None of us are screenwriters. We'd be like, oh yeah, we could make this something.
No, we could not figure it out. You would not be able to figure out shit.
I think I don't know. I think
Zero
we,
chance.
I
But
think we-
Chris and
I think-
Anand, I want to hear your answers to the question
Oh,
of how
yeah,
you
yeah,
would
yeah.
use AI.
How do we use it? I literally use it like that was my answer. I use it like it's a better user experience Google search. Because the other thing I love about it that you can't do on Google is you can say like, what is Succession? And then it'll tell you. And then you can say, when was it written? Or who wrote it? And then you can say, when did it first air? When did it?
So it's
and you
like
can like
a
have
friend
a
you can talk to.
conversation.
It's
It's
And
faster.
if you say like, when was it
There's no
written,
way Anand's using it.
it knows what you're talking about.
For my personal life, no, I haven't used it. I've messed around with it, but I feel like Google's already using AI.
Didn't you use it in Mexico City for like recommendations?
Oh, those are
Friends of
friends.
ours did.
Anand's not using AI.
You're
He's
not
full
even
of
using it.
shit.
The guy who's the most
He's
bullish
never
on
used
it
AI
has
in his
never even
life.
fucking touched
This
it.
How are you
guy
planning
doesn't.
on
This
it?
guy doesn't even make a reservation. This is open table. He fucking goes and sits and waits in line like a schmuck. He went to some restaurant the other day and walked up to the bar. He can't even make a reservation.
He's like
AI?
an GPT
AI?
planning a whole trip to
No,
San Francisco.
he wants to walk in. He's the exact opposite of fucking AI. Okay? Shut the fuck up.
Oh my god!
Done with AI. Fuck AI.
Damn, that's what you do. You go in and just say, "Hey,
Did
how
you
long-
just said you went to
how
some
long's the-
restaurant and you just walked up to the bar like a
How long's
schmuck?
the wait for two? Is that what you?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm a normal human being.
Yeah, you're not.
You're the most bullish on ChatGPT.
No, but I know
damn
the
it.
benefits of it.
Well, obviously you don't. Okay, because you're not using
No,
it.
because I also have the.
D, you're very creative with how you use it.
Yeah, But I'm also like, whenever I have like weird thoughts in life, I just pop it in there. My history of ChatGPT is
What
really
was a
funny.
weird thought you typed in there?
Like that. This weekend was,
OpenAI.
I want to write
it's
this
to your
book
point,
about being a
but
loser.
no, you're
And I just-
actually like proved your point. OpenAI can't. This is a hot restaurant in Beverly Hills where you can't get a reservation. OpenAI is not solving that.
Yeah, but you don't use it. Period. That's my point. Is you don't actually use AI.
I don't need it.
Yeah, nobody does. That's the point.
I think that is kind of his point.
I think everyone
AI
needs
can
it.
do right now. I don't want some fucking monkey robot to fucking plan my vacation.
Yeah,
I
agree.
think
I just
a
want
lot
to
of people do.
I want to show up to a city and hang out.
I think the breakthrough in AI is going to be when like UX design and like user interface comes into it and it starts looking like a cute little like, hello D, how can I help you
It's
today?
more
But no,
It has
hold
to
on,
be
hold on.
like
I'll
designed.
Yeah.
I'll tell you which is very different, which is why it has no relevance to me.
You're playing both sides
No,
here.
but like when I
You
go,
just want to talk at the hype. It's bullshit.
No. So for example, the travel situation.
Yep.
I've traveled to 30 plus countries in the world,
Wow.
and
No AI.
I show up and I don't care about anything. I just want to just go.
Yeah, but I think that's D's point. Is that's what most people
That's
want.
what everyone
But
wants.
everyone else has an itinerary. Like I gotta see these sushi
Nah,
places. This da 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 da
no
da
one's
da
doing
Well,
da.
okay, let me ask you this: what are they using to do that? Google.
No, I think people when they show up to a typical tourist,
Yeah.
which is I'm very atypical.
Yeah.
Because I just go and I just like, oh, I'm just gonna walk out and
I don't
figure it
know
out.
that you are. I'm just want to throw that out there. I think that you're more adventurous than the average bear, but I think that like a lot of people like to go to a city and kind of explore it and like
But
do
a
what
lot
happens.
of people love lists.
Okay, so this is my question: is where do you think they get those lists from? Google? I'm trying to find out what ChatGPT would replace in that scenario. The people
Which
who
part?
would go to Google for their list are now going to ChatGPT for their list.
Yeah, I think so.
That's
like
fair.
you show up in Madrid, you're like, here are the 10 restaurants
Yeah.
I want to go to Madrid.
I think a
And
better
I don't give a
Google-
shit. I just go and eat
But here's
whatever.
the thing: what drove so much of that the last 15 years was driven by reviews, right? Like
Yeah.
Yelp, TripAdvisor. People took the advice of the general public and said, "Oh, their beds are big. They have a nice bath. They're near the airport. Whatever it was, that was the reason they went." How is whoever AI is, whoever that guy is?
Allen Iverson.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Love Allen Iverson.
AI has never been in this hotel.
Yeah, no. He
He's
hasn't.
never taken a shit there.
No. But you could say what are the highest rated, and then you feel like it is telling you, it is gathering from all over the internet what has the best reviews, and that's what AI
I know,
is
but
doing.
that kind of already exists with Google, right?
So this is my point: is I think it's easy to say this is a better Google,
Yeah.
it's a better experience. Is it really like?
I feel like Google's already there. You could literally type in anything in Google right now.
I just
And it
hate
I know,
gives
but
the-
there's a lot of
I just hate
SEO
the
hacks.
user. I just hate the UX. Like I like that. I have an app on my phone. It uses GPT. I think 3 or 4. It's outdated. But like you text it, like it looks like a text message.
Right. It's
Like-
a better UX, 100%.
I can just write a message. It responds
Yeah.
to me. I write again. It responds to me.
Because if you were to type in what is a bank run on Google, it
Yeah.
shows up immediately.
yes, but then I could say when did the last one happen?
Mhm.
Which Google
Yeah.
you can't. You'd have to delete.
Yep.
And if you
Yep.
put when did the last one happen, not conversational.
So
It's much
annoying.
more like human. So even
Yeah.
to Kareem's point, like if I had just literally, I wish I had ChatGPT as
As
a
a
contact
text.
in my phone,
Yeah.
and I could text it whatever I wanted, and it would give me answers to
Yeah.
everything. That'd be
ChatGPT.
dream come true.
And let's give that information to China.
ChatGPT is not even a good name.
Yeah, it needs branding.
It's
What is GPT?
who cares?
I'm sure it means something.
Google's hot.
Google's
a good
a great name.
Google me.
Maybe there's
But
going
they
to
have
be
Bard, right?
brands that like
Bard is terrible.
Shitty, dude.
Bard's
Maybe-
crickets.
maybe the real breakthrough are going to be the brands that like know how to basically use it and brand it and make products using it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people are trying to do. Essentially create like a skin. Like this
Yeah.
is AI
Yeah.
for blah, like therapy.
Because we can
but
all use
AI.
it, right? We can all use this technology and brand it however we want.
Yeah, you can train
You can
it.
get an API and you could pay per usage of that API.
What's an API?
Yes, the answer is yes. You can.
Basically, you could pull the data, and so that like you can, if winners wanted to sit on top of ChatGPT, it could.
The answer is yes.
Yes.
Maybe that's
Yeah.
a new move.
Yeah. It's actually, well, for the purposes, like, if you were to take a use case of winners where people are probably like seeking kind of direction, it's actually a pretty powerful
Oh
tool.
my God, D.
Yeah.
What?
This is big.
Yeah, no, I'm serious because I saw a use case. The use case I've actually seen that's best is the purposes of like loneliness, where people are. I saw an entire transcript of an AI relationship, and obviously the AI got smarter when they realized this fucking sap was like, obviously I got a whale. So basically a modern day prostitute, but it's AI.
Yeah, it's her.
Oh.
And it basically,
Her, the movie, her.
oh, is that what her is?
Have you
You
guys
never
seen
seen
the
that?
I've
movie?
seen her. Yeah, it's great.
You should watch it.
So it's basically like you
Scary.
see the transcript getting smarter and smarter. And so I think people in general, if you took it from that perspective, like you're having a bad day, you're having a hard night, whatever it is, and you have this ability to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people would use that.
Yeah.
Like it's therapy.
I agree.
And it makes sense.
And it
I
would
think the
actually
problem
work.
is that people,
yeah.
like, because people are so smart, like, it's just, if you know you're talking to a robot, it creates this weird.
That's why the winner's angle is perfect, because you can input
It's a
like
brand.
yeah, like if the word comes up like breakup, we can give them a reminder based off that word or a question from the breakup hack.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
know it's not a human,
Historical, yeah.
but it's still in that topic. And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
it, I don't know, it's
Yeah.
curated to your
It's
whatever you're
interesting. I just
saying.
think like one of the big ideas that I had, or one of the thoughts, was like Talkspace,
Mhm.
but, or any of those hot, therapy apps, but AI.
Yeah.
But I just think like, I don't know, is it the same if you know you're talking to?
That's why you need a package. You need a brand. Like you
Yeah,
need
you do,
had a
you do, but at
brand,
the end of the
and
day-
it's a little bit filtered,
Yeah.
where it's like
it's filtered, yeah.
it also responds in the brand's voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like when I asked ChatGPT about the loser thing, the first thing it said was, as an AI language model, I cannot judge or label someone as a loser.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
There could be better copy.
Yo, these are the 10 reasons why you're a loser.
Yeah.
That's how it should start.
But you can't override that. Like, that's part of the problem is
I know,
ChatGPT
but-
is still a little woke.
But yeah, it is woke.
But
Woke on
wait,
him.
what you're
woke on him.
woke on him. But what you're saying is basically, if it's automated, you don't think it's as motivating. Is that what you're saying?
I think that it's still early where people aren't used to talking to robots, knowing they're talking to robots. And so, you were talking to I know people for fun are kind of prompting ChatGPT and saying, hey, how do I get over my breakup? Or how do I whatever, just for fun kind of. But like, would you really make it your buddy? Maybe, but
In
But
the
how's
same
it-
way, like a
how's it any-
pacifier is a kid's buddy.
How's
or
it
like
any different than
yeah.
like I listen to motivational clips
mhm,
on TikTok,
mhm.
like Joe Rogan saying like, you wake up, like obviously you don't want to work out.
Yeah.
It fucking takes discipline.
Yeah.
So you would
Takes
listen to AI.
I'm just saying, like, what's different between AI
Because
prompting
you know
me?
Joe Rogan.
Joe Rogan's
'Cause
telling
you
me
s-
like, don't be a piece of shit. Wake up and work out.
Because I think that the whole reason why it matters from Joe Rogan as opposed to like
A
if
robot.
a loser said it, just as an example, is you see a living, breathing result of living that lifestyle. And you
Yeah.
say, gosh, I do admire some of the things that he's done, or maybe his physique or whatever it is you would admire about him. And you say, I trust that he's right and this is how he lives and I want to be a little bit like that. Whereas like if some dork off the streets came up and said, Anand, wake up earlier, blah, blah, you'd be like, shut up.
Yeah.
Because it's who the messenger is. And I think if the
Right.
messenger's a robot, I don't think
Yeah.
it hits the
That's
same.
That's fair.
I think there's
That's
a
fair.
use for it, especially even in like Winner's World, but I just don't know exactly. And I think it's something along those lines, but I don't know. And I wonder what happens to like therapy.
Yeah.
We had an app where you could text people, a lot of people. I don't want to say the name.
Yeah.
And Kareen would sit
Respond.
every day and write texts, just reminders and just things. And it became so popular. It went viral on TikTok and like became crazy popular. And there was even TikToks about like guys making fun of like when the girl that you're talking to talks to a fucking robot all day and thinks it's a real person.
But I wasn't a robot.
But it was Kareen.
You
But
might
it's-
as well be the robot.
but it's just that she was sending these mass things, right? And then the platform was
I know what the platform is.
had some trouble,
Yeah.
and we had to stop sending the daily messages. And so we sent a message saying we're going to have to stop sending these daily messages.
People pissed.
And the responses
So tragic.
were scary. It was like, this is all I have. You're the only person.
Hold on. What's the context of the responses?
Yeah, but people got
She
addicted
wasn't even
to her
responding.
responses.
She wasn't really responding. She was just sending
Just
prompts.
one text a day.
Just reminders, like picture winner's post, but in text.
Okay.
A little bit more personal.
Like, stay positive, like all positive stuff.
Can you give an example?
Like, I remember one night, it was like 10 p.m. and I texted, like, who are you overthinking?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
So that just pops up in your text.
And
right?
then everyone's just like,
And it was like, oh, fuck. And like they're responding. People would make TikToks about it. It went crazy viral. But the point is, this is my point, because it's to kind of Dee's point, is platform couldn't handle the traffic. We had to stop. We told everyone we stopped. The messages that we got were people saying like, everyone left me in my life. You're the only person, you're the only one I had. I can't believe you're leaving me now too. Like,
scary
it
shit.
was like, whoa. And for all they knew, it could have been a robot. It wasn't a robot. It was Korean, but she wasn't talking one-on-one to people.
So how is it Dee's point? Isn't it more my point?
It might be both of your points.
No, the point is that it's
Like,
still the
robot
other day.
matters.
It was no, but because
But that was foggy. That was like,
it originated from someone they thought they were talking to.
Sure. But the next iteration
yes.
is going to be someone that they don't even care who
I know,
the
but
person is.
they've never would have built
Like,
that
I'm
relationship
old,
with them.
right? Like, I'm old. I need Joe Rogan. I need
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant clips. I need all that stuff
I don't
to motivate me.
Oh, it's to both of your points. Yes.
I don't think the 22-year-old needs Kobe Bryant and the real person.
It's
No,
to
I think
both of
they
your
do.
points. All that I think is, in that instance, it wasn't like this is a robot. This is AI. It was like, we never said it. We never said it was Korean. We never said who it was. But it did, like, people had a really strange, strong connection
I think
with
that's
it.
even like, I think that proves the AI point.
Yeah, it might. But it wasn't motivational. It was checking in on them.
Sure, but that's like first step, right?
It's just someone
I
showing
just
up
feel like,
on your phone,
Yeah.
checking in on
I just
you.
wonder if I'm like giving away too big of an idea there.
What?
Like somebody could just go make that tomorrow.
Make
no,
what?
but here's the thing. You
That's
know why
our
they
brand.
can't make it tomorrow?
Yeah,
Is
you
that
can't.
it's the relationship
yeah.
with the brand.
Yeah. I agree. It's just, yeah.
That's my point with all of it. Whether it's sports, whether it's this,
But
whether
think
it's
about
But if
the
it's a good idea, let's do
the
it.
efficiency that Winners is a massive brand. Whatever, 5, 6 million, 7 million followers on all these platforms.
Yeah.
They can use it.
they can use it. But I'm telling you, if someone
And then
tomorrow
they can make their
started
business
giving advice,
100x
no
more
one would
efficient.
fucking
Yeah.
listen. I'm telling you, if someone fresh started giving
Agree.
advice,
No, agree. But they can make their business 100x more efficient
Oh,
because
yeah,
of AI.
Yeah.
And that's what we should do.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's my point. That was my point like 45 minutes
No,
ago.
but you're saying that the 22-year-old doesn't care who it is. They do care. If it's not Winners, they're not caring.
Sure.
Well, that's why what Clement said, like AI isn't anything without humans using it.
Yeah.
Like we still
But
have
do you
to
know
use
how
it.
Just so
many-
everyone knows, Clemens is Kareem's like right hand at work. Just
Oh, I
'cause
thought
you
it was
keep
an
saying-
AI person.
yeah, I know. You
I
keep
was
saying
like,
Clemens.
Clemens is like
But
my
you know-
little robot buddy.
I mean, it's like a running joke amongst my friends who are all around my age, around 40, and we're all like big sports fanatics, and we get duped every day
Yeah.
on an AI like
Yeah.
like fake press conference, fake thing, and fake post.
So what can AI not do? Like why are humans important?
NFL.
Oh, I think there's so much because I think right now we're still even on and like I know you get duped all the time, but that's similar to the Drake thing. It's like so far the use cases have only been like these funny viral moments. Like, can you believe this is AI?
Yeah.
Whereas like I'm not saying it's definitely not pointless. It feels way more effective than anything Web3 ever felt to me. I just don't know what it is more than a really awesome Google.
Yeah. Which would make it
And
a
which is
extremely
crazy.
successful company.
And which is crazy, it's only 6 months old.
And I'm sure there's
But
people
it's
listening.
not. OpenAI's been around for 7
Yeah,
years.
but they launched.
Yeah, but they've been quietly building under the fakeness of a nonprofit. Okay,
Yeah.
give us all billions of dollars to be a fake nonprofit. I'm sure we could do some benefits of the society too.
Curious because I know there's people listening. There's some people listening. They're like, okay, fucking AI. I'm sick of hearing about it. There's some people that are like, you guys are fucking idiots. You have no idea. Like you have friends. They're like, the world's gonna be over in
Yes.
5 years,
Most of my friends think that.
and we're over here like, it's a slightly better Google.
They don't look like they're worried about the world.
You were in Mexico City with a friend who thinks the world's over.
Man, I was like, why are you having a kid then?
Good point. Good point.
He was having a kid.
Yep.
So if you're having a kid,
But he was
you
the kids due soon. ChatGPT didn't come out till 6 months ago. He probably didn't figure out the timing.
Also true.
okay, if he has a second kid, then
Yeah.
then he doesn't give a
kid.
fuck about AI.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you,
You should just text him and be like, "Hey, congratulations! You plan on having another?"
he'd be like, yeah,
So we can get
because
to
you
the
know why?
point.
Because AI is full of shit. It doesn't matter.
I love it. I can't wait to see.
All right.
Okay, fuck. We
We're
got to
done.
talk about
This is so fun, by the way, guys. Thanks for having me.
every Sunday if you
This
want
is
to come.
incredible.
Green, post us. Get us some views.
Yeah. Imagine just some
Oh, I
winners
will.
of just a fucking group chat. Anand, what's this J. Powell, Zelensky? Is this an AI thing or is it a prank?
I mean, this is honestly one of the things that I've prided myself on for almost 2.5 years.
Yep.
That the Fed, Jay Powell, are a bunch of fucking morons.
Okay, that's fair.
And they've gotten
I like that.
everything wrong for 2.5 years.
Oh, yep. Like that.
And he got pranked by a bunch of Russian pranksters,
J. Powell?
Jay Powell, presenting themselves as Zelensky, the Ukrainian president,
Okay.
and gave a full deposition on the American economy.
Not good.
And this was recorded in January and it got leaked this week.
But can you tell me what happened? Like, how did they act like Zelensky?
I have no idea. How does this happen? That's my point.
But I'm so far off of like what happened? Like they wrote a message or they...
It's totally unclear,
Okay.
but they got him on camera talking about the American economy in January,
thinking it was going to Ukraine
thinking it was going to Zelensky.
and it was going to some kids in Russia.
Yes.
God damn it. Not a good time for Jay Powell to be making a
I mean,
mistake like
Jay
that.
Powell, I've been roasting this guy for 2.5 years.
Yeah, that's a good
He's
man.
gotten everything wrong. How do you not have the channels to be like, wait, is this really Zelensky? Or are these pranksters?
Pranksters.
I mean, it's pretty wild to me. It's like that kid that stole the shit from the Pentagon, the papers.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
What's
There's-
AI? Imagine AI in that world.
Yeah.
There's a fake phone call from Zelensky saying, "Hey, fucking whatever." It's a face, whatever they call it.
Yeah, he was on video too. The
Who?
videos,
Jay Powell.
Jay Powell.
Yeah.
Like, was he addressing?
He was addressing rate hikes. He actually addressed things that had the U.S. government knew or the U.S. investors knew back in January, they would have been able to invest differently.
No way.
Yes, because he's like, hey, we're going to head into a recession. We'll probably slow down in May. He said this in January to this prankster.
Or Zelensky.
Thinking.
So-
Why are you? By the way,
Why are you telling Zelensky and not the Americans?
Fuck Zelensky.
What are you doing?
Why are you telling Zelensky and not the American public, like, hey, this is how the interest rate environment's going to be for the next 6 months?
Yeah, that's wild.
He told Zelensky on a prankster call.
Like, think about what that means. That means that, like, whatever their relationship is with Zelensky, it's like, yo, bro, let me tell you what's really going down. For what? It's not going to affect anything Zelensky's
He's like
doing.
trying to impress the hot girl.
Yeah, but then for us, you're
Yeah.
like, being all
Yeah.
coy.
I mean, it's absolutely embarrassing. It's a joke. It's humiliating to every senior official in the
Yeah.
United States government. That
I'm
this
really-
happened.
Nobody cares.
I'm
You know
really
that,
worried
right?
about,
I
like,
know no one cares, but from perspective of how does this happen?
I'm worried about, like, how much, like, people don't trust, and every day less and less, like, the competence of our leadership.
I mean, we don't trust
Yeah.
anyone at this point.
Anyone. After COVID and
The Fed,
even war stuff, the Fed stuff, this type of stuff,
No one wants a lockdown.
even the way people, and the way people feel about cops, like, there's just an overall
Distrust.
distrust in any sort of leadership.
Yep.
Even like the Gavin Newsom Chinese laundry or French laundry, like, I don't know, man. That feels scary to me. It feels like what happens there is, like, not good, like a breakdown of trust of any authority.
Yeah.
There's a new episode that I was listening to on the way to my golf sesh today of Rogan talking to a cardiologist guy who's way more than that now, but they were talking about, like, the sugar. He was one of the first guys to expose like the lies about sugar and trans fat and all these different things. And he was talking about COVID and vaccine injuries, and his father died of a cardiac arrest and was healthy, a few months after getting vaccinated. And he's pretty convinced that it was from that. And like, just whatever. Whether this guy's right or wrong or whatever, that's not my point. My point is just, if you listen to that episode and you just buy it and you just believe it, it's like, whoa, dude. Like we got duped.
Yeah. And to be fair, like I was like specifically on vaccine, and I drank all the Kool-Aid. I did, and I did it, and I wanted things to go back to normal. And then when I read shit, I'm like, and
you should listen to this episode.
When I listen to like, and I've even heard people my age have like serious health conditions.
Yeah.
Wait, because of the vaccine?
Yeah, it's kind of scary.
Maybe. It's like.
Yeah, but that's a big like.
I know.
This is where I like step in.
Correlation
versus causation.
Yeah. We need the balance. Balance is good.
I think we can safely say, I don't know about this vaccine.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We didn't die.
There's plenty of people I know in my life that never took it that are fine.
No, but
I think the jury's still out.
Hold on. I think the vaccine correlation causation is a really insane thesis. And it's really kind of convenient for people that were anti-vaxxers.
No, but there isn't that. It's not. That's not.
My point is,
at the beginning of the episode, you have to be able to change your mind.
Sure.
I might have.
My point is,
I changed my mind on that. I think.
Would you not take the vaccine again?
Again, I would not, because
the first vaccine you would not take it.
No, I would not.
That's insane.
Because given what I know,
listen to this episode. If this
I love Rogan. I listen to all his shit.
You know what I'm saying? Listen to the new one, the new cardiologist guy, doctor something.
Yeah, I didn't even listen to the doc, and I'm like,
if the doc is accurate, it's.
What's your concern? Myocarditis?
Yes. That's my age. My age is fucking heart attack dead. I don't want that.
Myocarditis is it literally. I don't think you can. We don't have enough data on the vaccine to be like. This person took the vaccine and then this person died.
Enough people got COVID in our age group that was completely fine too.
Sure,
but here's the point. Look, for the sake of this episode, I don't think we have all the data yet.
You fucked us. D fucked us with this fucking
MAGA.
MAGA drama.
Relax, I'm playing the fence here, okay? I'm in the middle.
I'm the woke guy.
I'm half asleep, half awake.
Woke on in.
Woke on in is 100% would take the vaccine 10 times out of 10.
I would not.
Fair. That's totally fair. And that is your right as an American citizen. All that I'm saying is, I don't think we have all the data yet. It's starting to look like once we have all the data, it might not be pretty. That's all I'm saying.
I don't know if that's true.
We don't know.
Correlation and causation are two different things.
Nobody knows. But
I'm a very smart guy.
Listen to this episode.
I know. I'm going with the Rogan guy.
And this guy isn't saying like, well, he says some pretty like scary shit, but like, essentially,
I mean, he also has Zohan on talking about China's done in 10 years. So do you believe
China's
that too?
I agree. I'm just saying, I think that when we look back at it, it could look bad. And this is actually why I brought it up, is because no matter what, the point is the distrust in the powers that be is just, I don't know. I think that causes like real issues.
Oh yeah, of course. I'll give you just with in the context of the vaccine.
Yeah.
The most interesting thing that I read was like, when we were born, we all get vaccinated for a number of things.
Yep.
Never, ever have we ever had to get a booster for any of those vaccines.
Yeah.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Why for this we have to get a booster, but for all the 100 other things we've taken vaccines for, we don't. That is a cause for, you should at least question that at this point. Like,
but isn't it like a different technology? That's what all the people were telling me was like,
mRNA.
It's different than.
Well,
you should not look at this at all because you're going to get really freaked out.
mRNA was a new technology that was discovered basically.
I know, but there's a lot of people who took the Pfizer one or J&J. They got boosters too. That's mRNA is one of the options.
All I'm saying is, I just look as my friends and co-journalists, listen to this episode. It's just interesting. But all that I'm saying is, I'm not going down any road of like, was it worth it or not? I think it's too early to tell.
Yeah, well, look, we
and
all
to be
took
honest,
it,
would
so
I
it doesn't
take
matter.
it again or not? I still think it's too early to tell. I think give me like a couple years. But look, we're all fine. We're all out of the woods. You know, it's really the first 6 months is like when something would happen. But once again, I just think the distrust. Like, there's a huge portion of the country that believes the election was stolen.
Yeah.
That it's all a lie and it was stolen. And then there's a huge portion that, a different portion for the most part, that thinks all cops are just beating and killing people. And then there's another population, like it's just crazy.
Yeah.
I think it's dangerous.
Well, I want to end on some good news.
Okay, what do we got?
Good. This is amazing news, by the way. So James is giving a shout out to Sam. So Sam messaged us 2 years ago that he was closing his fitness business, attended a coding boot camp, and landed a 6-figure job in software engineering.
Nice.
James reached out to Sam and joined the same coding boot camp.
Oh, so James didn't know Sam.
No, and hit up Coding Dojo. He's now landed a role as a software engineer at a major car manufacturer, and he's doubled his income.
Wow.
Because of group chat.
Because of group chat. He's doubled his income.
Wait.
We're hot.
Yes. And by the way,
Wait, what's going on?
suck my ChatGPT.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Because this is humans.
This is humans. This is like real life. Someone listened to something, took advantage of the access to information, and changed their life. That's amazing. It's incredible.
This is, Kareen, to answer your question at the very beginning of this episode, this is why we feel like, you know, we're connecting with people through the podcast. To you, it feels a little scary, like you're on a stage and people are judging you.
Mm-hmm.
To us, I think it feels more like we're talking to an audience of people.
Aw.
So
that are doing stuff like this.
Sam and James both have doubled their income in the last 2 years.
Whoa.
And their life trajectory has changed.
And they're
because of it.
friends now.
They're friends. They're rich friends.
They're rich friends.
But
Rich
because
friends.
of the group chat?
Yes.
Because they
Because of you
heard
guys?
about a story.
Yes.
One guy heard a story about another guy that we told on group chat. This guy reached out to him, found out what he was doing, and went and did it with him.
Whoa, wait, guys.
And now they're
That's
friends.
insane.
It's unbelievable. Like his life has changed because of connecting with someone from the podcast. It's unbelievable.
Wow, you guys are doing an incredible
We're doing God's
thing.
work.
We're
You know,
doing
we couldn't do
God's
that. Chat GPT
Yeah, that's
or
right.
AI.
I agree with that. I didn't
As
say
of
that
today.
it can't.
But maybe in the future.
Do you guys watch Kill Tony?
Should I?
D,
Is it
you
violent,
must.
You know that D thinks, let me describe this right.
Yeah.
What?
Like essentially, I'll just get to the point. Essentially, D thinks he could be a stand-up comedian.
Who, D?
Mhm.
D, you are a stand-up comedian. Every time you talk, I'm like, that's a bit, that's a bit. You keep doing
I
bits.
killed Tony.
It's a
You should
show.
go with us to Texas and put your name in a bucket.
It's a show. Look, long story short, it's a show where there's comedian judges or celebrity judges.
It's a reality.
And no, it's super low budget. So whatever you're picturing, take it way down.
Yeah.
It's like a YouTube stream of a show that happens on a stage in Texas with a comedian named Tony Hinchcliffe. And Joe Rogan goes a lot and whatever. And
Which is so cool.
essentially anyone can put their name in a bucket.
And go up.
And if they choose your name, you get 60 seconds
Oh my
to do a
God.
stand-up bit. And some of the people, like, it's their first time and it's horrendous.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's their first time and they do good. Sometimes they're really, really good. Sometimes they bomb and they're like, how long have you been doing comedy? And it's like 15 years. And they're like, oh, fuck.
Fuck, yeah.
And they just roast them. I will also say the language that they use on YouTube, shockingly, not woke on and approved.
Yeah.
They're still,
No, but they're so
Woke on.
inclusive.
but they say
If it's free speech, I could really crush
they
that.
say maggot.
Yeah.
They say it. And it's not bleeped. It's on YouTube.
Without the M.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, I thought that word was extinct. They're ripping it on YouTube.
Wow.
Yeah. So
We've been told we should be stand-up comedians.
I think at our live shows, we get a dose of what it's like.
And, you know, but the problem is everyone there, they know us.
But that's
so
what it's like when you're a famous comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
guess
if you're Kevin
No,
Hart,
good joke's a
that
good joke.
Everyone
arena's
knows you.
waiting to
you laugh at your jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're laughing before he gets the punchline.
Yeah.
I know. When
Come
I
on.
watch any comedian, I know I'm already laughing before they get on stage.
And we don't sell ourselves as comedians, and people are still laughing.
Yeah.
You
I
guys
gotta
are
say, I
funny
think
guys.
stand-up would be the scariest thing in the world, but I do think our live shows feel a little
It's
bit
easy
like
when
it.
it's multiple people on stage.
Yeah.
One-on-one is
Tough.
I got to be solo. Sorry, guys.
You're Beyonce.
Yeah.
We're Destiny's Child. He's Beyonce.
Yo, Michelle and Kelly got along for the ride.
They had a great life.
A great life.
You
I wanna
should,
see
D,
Beyonce.
you should do
warm up
6
the next.
Kelly Rowland lives a great life.
You know what we should do at our next live show? We should say, hey, D thinks he could be a stand-up comedian. He's going to do a 60-second bit before we
We
start.
have to do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that'd be fun.
I'll do it.
Do it on ChatGPT.
Yeah, I'll just have the AI write me a whole skit.
Are we going to do
No, I want your
questions? Just
take
go
on
along?
it.
That
No,
DPT.
I
Hey, what
gotta
time
go
is
home.
it already?
It's 9 o'clock. I gotta go home.
Why
yeah, yeah,
already?
yeah.
Let's do a
We're just
couple
getting
questions.
started.
No.
Should we do it on the next one?
No, let's do it on the next one.
All right, guys. So we have. Where did this come from? Did we prompt these?
Yes.
Okay, so we asked everyone for questions. We have them here. They look great.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're back. We're all back together, and we just couldn't stop
Okay.
chatting. So we got to go, but we will on the next one. These are fun. I really like these.
Yeah. It's good.
Yeah, this is gonna
You
be
really
fun.
have to go?
I mean, you
10
guys can
minutes.
go. You guys can keep going.
You
I
can
know, but
stay.
we need the stand-up
No,
comedian.
I gotta go to sleep. I'm tired.
I love
Okay,
that.
next we will
Self-care.
save all of
Yeah.
these, and next episode we'll answer. We got like 7 or 10 or something. Okay, love it. Thank you guys for listening. Bye bye.
Peace.